Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my humble pranams at Bhagawan's lotus feet. Dear Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. It was around 1991 or 1992 when, as is the routine every year, the students from the MBA school, Prashanthi Nilayam, they had been to Bangalore. Every year it happens. It's called the industrial visit. At the end of the 2 years of MBA, they tour different factories and industries, mostly in the city of Bangalore because it's nearby. And many of these industries, factories are all owned and managed by Swami's devotees. So they feel it's a great pleasure for them, it's an honor for them, it's something they can do as their offering of love for Swami. So from the time the MBA department has started, this has been the yearly routine, annual routine, wherein the students stay at Vrindavan Ashram and visit different factories and industries for the industrial visit. So this was the thing that was happening in 91 and 92. And in those days, when Swami was physically there, it was a double thrill to attend the industrial visit because Swami is in Vrindavan, and Swami in Vrindavan is a different avatar compared to Swami in Prashanthi Nilayam. It would often be said informally that Prashanthi Nilayam is like office for Swami, Vrindavan is like his house. So you will find a homely Bhagawan there. And Kodaikanal, of course, was supposed to be his playground. So the person at home is different from the person at office, and that is why, though Swami would stay only for 2-3 months in Vrindavan, compared to the 8-9 months in Prashanthi Nilayam, ask any student who has gone through both and they say, no, Vrindavan is something. Vrindavan is Swami's Vrindavan. Like how Krishna had his Vrindavan, where it was a fertile ground which would give rise to intense feeling of yearning, devotion, love, aspiration, everything centered around Krishna. In my personal opinion also, that is how it is at Vrindavan. And one of the things that fuel this kind of yearning and devotion and love for Swami at Vrindavan is the magical Trai session. A Trai Vrindavan is Swami's residence in Vrindavan, and Swami would call all the students and staff and some other devotees whom he chose to attend a session where Swami comes. Very informal the session will be. Swami will come and sit on the jhula, everyone will be sitting around. And anything can happen there. Swami will create something, or Swami will speak informally, or Swami will ask some teacher to give a talk, some student to give a talk, sing some song, everything. A ventriloquism show has happened in Trai Vrindavan. Miracles have happened where, a person collapsed and Swami picked up his glass of water and fed him and resurrected him. So it's an amazing playground, a Leela Bhumi. A Trai session would be, and therefore it is sought after with a lot of energy and vigor, and it's amazing. And in Trai session, the beautiful thing is so many casual statements Swami will be making. Those statements are so wonderful and fun to listen. But at the same time, if we note it down and think about them, they have so much more meaning. I remember, one reason everyone will rush into Trai Vrindavan is try to sit in the front. And when Swami sits on the jhula, keep going front, so that Swami doesn't have space to put his legs only. Swami would put his feet on the ground and gently rock himself on the jhula. And you keep going front so that Swami has no space. So that Swami is forced to put his feet on your lap, and somebody sits behind and pushes the jhula. Basically, you cramp and crowd around him, and it's, of course, Swami would allow that. You choke him for space so that he's forced to touch you. He's forced to take your help. If he has to get up, he has to touch some head. If he moves his hand, he'll hit some nose. And you feel joy, it's a blessed nose that Swami's finger touched. So that was what would happen in the Trai session, and Swami allowed it. It was not allowed like that in Prashanthi Nilayam. There would be a distance. He would tell to sit because it's office, You have to maintain decorum in office. At home, okay. The lawyer father will come home, Swami would say, and go on to his force, allow his son to sit on the back and become a horse for him. But he won't do that in the court. In the court, he is your honor. At home, he is your horse. The honor becomes a horse at home. That is what almost, we could see Swami becoming very liberal and allowing things in Trai Vrindavan. So on that occasion once, everybody will try to touch Swami's feet. So that lucky boy who's in the front will have Swami's feet on his lap. And from both the sides, one will be massaging one leg. And when he's sitting like this, from under his arms, two other hands will come and they'll try to. So everybody around will try to touch some part of Swami's feet. And many times it will happen that, there are like some 10 hands on Swami's feet that from the third line, if I bend and touch like that, I don't know if I'm touching his feet or somebody else's hand, but the feeling is the same. See, that is the magical thing, because what matters is the feeling. That is what Swami would say. The feeling is most important. Because I don't know if I'm actually touching Swami's feet, but I feel like I'm getting charged, I'm getting blessed, because I feel I'm touching Swami's feet. That is the magical thing. In fact, once I remember sitting in Kulwant Hall, I saw that there was this function where a lot of fruits and everything had been kept. So in spite of all the cleanliness, there were a few flies that had come in there. And one fly actually went and sat on Swami's feet. So I was lost in my poetic trance, thinking, how blessed is this fly? This fly has got that which the whole universe is seeking, the succor at the lotus feet of the Lord. This is the feet that Mother Lakshmi craves to caress and massage, and right now she's not able to do that, but this fly has got the opportunity. This was how I was thinking. And the next moment this fly flies and goes and sits on a dropping of a pigeon, And I was thinking, oh my God. So, see, it doesn't matter where you actually sit. What matters is the feeling. So at that point, for a moment, I thought that maybe it's lucky to be that fly instead of me sitting so far. But I soon realized, no, it's lucky to be me. Because I know what it means to touch the feet. And I yearn to touch the feet. For the fly, whether it's that pigeon's dropping or the feet, it doesn't seem to make a difference. So it's the feeling that matters. And in that try session, that's what Swami said, Swami said, see, if you think that Lord's feet are only here, you'll keep struggling to reach and touch. But if you're able to feel his feet everywhere, then every moment of your life is a Pada Namaskar. Swami was echoing the eternal message of the Purusha Suktam, which says, Sahasra Shirasha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. All the heads that, it doesn't mean that God is 1,000 and million headed being. It just means that all the millions of heads you see around is of God. All the millions of feet you see around is that of God. And Swami was echoing that in a very casual statement. Swami was saying, because you think of only these 2 feet as God's feet, you're all struggling. If you're able to see his feet everywhere, you'll always, every moment will be Pada Namaskar. So many lessons like that. Another person Swami called, he got up and he started walking towards Swami. He walked up to Swami, and the front 2 lines were very crowded, as always. So he sat in the 3rd line. And Swami told him, see, when I called you, you came till there. 2 more steps, you could have reached me. Why you sat off there only? And immediately this boy got up and he pushed and made space and he sat in the 1st line. It was like a nice joke. But I was thinking, later on, when we note it down in the diary and read it 10 years later, 15 years later, things strike so hard. Swami is saying that you have been given the opportunity, I have called you. And you have come. But you have stopped at the penultimate or the previous step. You are not going all in. To go all in, you need complete faith. You have done the testing, you have done that, you feel it's nice, but you have stopped. 2 more steps, you can reach off. I really feel that, when we think Sathya Sai, okay, Shirdi Sai was part 1, Sathya Sai is part 2, part 3, when is Prema Sai coming? I feel this statement becomes relevant at that time. You have come this far now, why? Why are you're waiting now for Prema Sai? What is the guarantee that, first of all, I don't know when he'll come, where he'll come, because nowhere has Swami given the time. Swami just said Prema Sai will come. What if it's 2,000 years from now? I don't know. What if it's 5,000 years from now? What if it's 20? For me, I don't need that much. What if it's 40 years from now? 40 years from now, I may not have the energy to travel even to Mandya, if it is in Mandya. So, forget about thinking like that. What all have you got this time itself? Utilize it and try to reach the ultimate. Going back to 1991-92, the industrial visit, when the students were there in Vrindavan, they were very excited because they would get this Trai session. This Trai session is an opportunity to interact with Swami, but Swami is not granting any Trai sessions. So every day they'll ask Swami, Swami, please, Swami, Swami, please, Trai session, Swami, Swami, please, Swami, Swami, please, Swami. And even in Prashantilyam, for any request, it would happen that as Swami nears the students, you'll hear a chorus. Swami, please, Swami. Swami, please, Swami. Nobody knows what's going on. Whether it's to come to the hostel or whether it is whatever. So there also in Vrindavan it's going on. Swami, please, Swami. Swami, please, Swami. One day Swami said, stop. You please, Swami. Then Swami will give. Swami said, you keep telling please, Swami, please, Swami. You please, Swami. Then you need not ask Swami. When you please Swami, it's as good as done. The next day, Swami came and told one of the professors, your industrial tour is getting over right day after. Go back. You anyway came here for industrial tour. Swami, you tell this to the students also. You came for your degree, take your degree and go. No, Swami. Then without university, you'll stay. Take care of cows and stay here. See, we are hypocrites. We say that we are seeking only Swami, but we are seeking Swami because our other things are also getting fulfilled. And I think in Kali Yuga, the avatar knows that. That's why Swami said, I started this. Swami would give the example of Mother Yashoda. When she has to catch Krishna, she would hold butter in one hand and the disciplining stick behind like this. Because if she shows the stick, Krishna will run away and you can't catch him. So show the butter, and when they come to butter, catch the hand and then discipline him. Swami said, like that I'm doing with all of you. I'm giving you this butter of secular knowledge. MBA, MSc. Once you come here, I'm going to give you the stick of Atma Vidya. Because that is what I've come to give. The avatar also, this is just my kind of frivolous interpretation. But I think like that, Swami came and started Veda Pathshala. And then he realized, no, they're not going to come. Learning Veda, the great culture, I'll teach you eternal Sanatana Samskriti, nobody will come. In this internet age, cell phone age, nobody will come. They won't come. Oh, but MSc, MBA, yeah, great, awesome, it's great. MBA, MTech, PhD. So I'll start that. So after Veda Pathshala, Swami started. And finally he came, now learn Vedas. Now the students come and chant Vedas. Yeah, you chant Vedas. That is the thing, but fine, if you want it like that, if you want the pill to be buried in the Rasgulla, I'll bury it and give. Rasgulla is not good, it will cause you diabetes. But I'll put the pill inside the Rasgulla and give because you're not ready to swallow the pill. You're not ready to swallow the medicine. So then, so Swami said, you come only for anyway the industrial tour, it's over, go back now, go back to Puttaparthi, go back to Prashantilyam. No, Swami. Now the please Swami got replaced with no, Swami. Swami will come, you all go, no, Swami, no, Swami, no, Swami. That time also Swami said, you first know Swami. You know Swami and then you will get everything. So this went on, so many times. The boys were also determined that somehow we should get one Trai session. Swami seems equally determined not to grant the Trai session. And those days when there was no internet banking or apps for banking, or when we relied on good old deposit and withdrawal slips and checks. So what would happen is, every twice a week or 2-3 times a month, all the checks and withdrawal slips will be collected by a teacher. He will go to the bank, get money for all the students and give them as per their needs. So that was the day when this teacher had gone. He's still there, Professor H.J. Bhagia, a very inspiring figure in the university. He's a thrill for any student. He's got so much love for Swami. It's amazing when he speaks. All that love is infectious, and I have been lucky to be one among the students in his class to have got infected. It's so amazing, so infectious, so contagious, and so beautiful, this love for Swami. And he was there. He had gone and got money for all these students. And Swami asked him, where did you go today morning? He said, Swami, I went to bank to get money for the students. Bank gives money like that for the students, simply? No, Swami, they've got account, they've deposited. And so what kinds of ways bank will give money to people, to the students? So he just kept quiet. Swami himself said, see, you should have some savings or current account there in the bank. Then based on how much balance you have, that much money bank will give you. Or if you don't have a savings or current bank account, you should have fixed deposits in the bank. If fixed deposits is there, based on that, bank will give you money. So otherwise, you should have some very influential and rich and some big person to stand by you as a guarantor. Until I am there, no problem. Then in the form of a loan, no bank will give money. Swami said, I am also a spiritual bank. If you have an account of good deeds, good thoughts, good words, then you can give a withdrawal slip, I will give you my grace. Or if you have fixed deposits of past karmas that you have built up and kept, based on that I will give you grace. Or if you have noble souls, the sages, the saints, they coming, standing guarantor and praying on your behalf, I will give you grace. These boys are not having anything. They want me to talk to them inside tribunal. How can I give? Swami said. So immediately Bhagia sir, he said, Swami, on their behalf, I would like to pray, Swami. If you say teachers should pray, then I am praying. Swami said, no, nothing is there. Tell me how. I am spiritual bank. 3 methods in which you can give. All 3, they are not qualifying. So how can I give grace? Then he said, Swami, there is one overdraft facility, Swami. 4th way. Swami said, tell me what is that? Because I want to tell any benefit to the customer I would like to give. Let me know what is this. He said, no, Swami, if account is in good standing, no, you allow them to withdraw more than what is an overdraft you can give. They will repay that back in future. You give off Swami now grace, they will pay you back in future, that kind. Then Swami said, for that also no. Swami said, let me tell you one thing. If somebody is getting only 33 and 35 is pass mark, what do you do then? Swami, the student, no, 3 marks, grace marks I'll give. That is grace, yes. The 3 grace marks I will give. But if student is getting 3 out of 100, will you give 32 grace marks? Swami, no, Swami. Grace is also like that grace mark only. Almost you are reaching little more you need, Swami can give. You can't come with nothing and tell Swami give full grace mark. Overdraft will not work like that, Swami said. So that was another interaction, and again no tri session. See, ultimately Swami gave tri session, but there were so many lessons he was teaching before. The next day when again this thing came up, so there was no Swami, please Swami, then this bank deposit scheme that was explained, divine spiritual bank scheme. The next time, again Swami comes to Professor Bhagia and he asks him, Bhagia, you were working in factory, which one there, how was the factory? Swami, it was all good. He worked for an Indian company called NOCIL, NOCIL, it's an old company based in Mumbai, chemical company. He was a gold medalist chemical engineer, so he had worked there. Swami asked, how many types of employees have you got in your factory there? So there are many categories and types of employees, but instead of going into those details, Bhagia sir said, Swami, there are many types, but basically there are 2 types. Part-time employees and full-time employees. What is part-time employees? Swami, they work only for some time. It's not, means their loyalty, everything is not 100%. They are part-time only. So what do you, means they don't get any benefit? No, Swami, they get wages. They get daily wages. Jitna utna paisa, jitna kaam. Jitna paisa, utna kaam. Like that it is. How much ever you pay, they'll work. How much ever work, you pay. That's all. And then what else? That's all, Swami. Whenever they want, they'll come. Whenever they want, they'll go. How much ever time, they're part-time employee. What is full-time employee? Swami, full-time employee is different, Swami. We don't give them daily wages. We give them salary. Every month salary. And the thing is, this salary, Swami, is fixed. Suppose suddenly they fall sick, they can take leave. 1 or 2 days they can take casual leave. They have earned leave. No, they can actually not come to work. Still they will get paid. Because it is salary. Oh, so that is the benefit of full-time employee over part-time, salary. No, Swami, there are other benefits also. What are the other benefits? Swami, they get TADA also. Travel allowance, dearness allowance, they get that. Okay, then, Swami, but the main benefit is, Swami, security after retirement. What is that? Swami, they have an assured pension. So that they need not have tension after retirement also. No, monthly they keep getting some pension. Swami said, my factory also like this only. Swami said, I have got part-time employee, part-time devotee, full-time devotee. Part-time devotee only how much grace of how much good they do, that's all. Over. No sambandham after that. Do little, get back, over. But full-time devotee will get assured regular salary. Once in a while they miss something and all, no problem. It's maaf, they're allowed. Earned leave, casual leave, sick leave, all allowed. And for full-time employee, not only salary, I allow dearness also. Dearness allowance, that is, I allow them to become dear to me. Not only that, for future births also, I give pension grace. By being full-time devotee in one birth, other births also you are assured of your grace. So Swami on that day, I thought this was a very, very interesting theme about a full-time devotee and a part-time devotee. Because Swami said, a full-time devotee has all these benefits. If we would love to be full-time employees, why would we not love to be full-time devotees? But that day, Swami said, but here nobody is full-time, all part-time devotees only. And Bhagia sir really got, a kind of worried. Swami, if all of us are part-time devotees, like this is his thought. Part-time devotion only takes up so much time. Full-time devotion where? Means so much time we think about you, we spend in your presence, we do this, we do that, and you're calling that part-time. Where will I have the time and energy to be full-time? This is a thought that came. See, the interesting thing is, when we look at part-time employees and full-time employees, it's not as if part-time employees work less than full-time employees. They work same. It's not as if full-time employees work for 5 hours per day more than part-time employees. No. Now, this is one secret that Swami revealed in a beautiful manner. Because on the face of it, it looks like part-time devotion. We spend 4 hours a day for Swami, or 3 hours a day, 1 hour a day, half an hour a day. That itself, somehow I managed to find some time, Swami. But if you call that part-time devotion, what do you expect me to be like? What do you mean full-time devotion? I can't. Means give up family, give up everything. How do I do full-time devotion? Mostly our devotion is part-time only, because we do it only for a few hours a day. And that also when we are in times of trouble and distress usually. As Kabir Das said, Dukh mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koi. In times of sorrow, everybody prays to God, nothing great in that. In times of joy, nobody does. Never. God is the first person to listen to our bad news. He's not even the last person to listen to the good news. We convey to everybody else, forget God. In fact, the next 2 lines of Kabir Das's Doha is, Jo sukh mein sumiran kare, dukh kahe ko hoy. If at all you have managed to think of God in your times of happiness, why will you ever have sorrow coming to you? That's what he says. So if at all, going by that, if we take that as an axiom, if at all we are getting sorrow, it just means that we have not thought of God in times of our joy. That's all it is. We have not thought of God full time. We are part time. But as I said, does it mean now I have to think of God 24 hours? Very tough it is. I can't think of anything for 24 hours. How can I think of Him for 24 hours? There is this Chinnakatha that's quite popular that Swami narrates. Many people have also, it's famous in different variants. The story of how Lord Narada goes to Vishnu and asks, Lord, who is the devotee that is dearest to you? That's a loaded question because Narada wants to hear his name and feel the joy. You, my Narada, who else? You think of me constantly. You sing my name in the 3 lokas. And as he's waiting to hear the term Narada fall from the divine lips, Lord Vishnu tells some Chandrappa or Ramappa, something like that, Ramappa is my greatest devotee. Eh? Lord, who is this Ramappa? I have not even heard, Ramappa, that village there, that farmer, he is my greatest devotee. Now, Narada is convinced that Vishnu has got it wrong, but he is the Lord, so let me not confront him without evidence. So he says, oh, great, Narayana, Narayana, I will go. I will learn from this devotee and come. Means, in apparent humility, he tells that, and he goes to see this Ramappa. And he says, okay, let me see. Ramappa is sleeping now. He gets up. As soon as Ramappa gets up, Narayan, he says, oh, great, nice. As soon as he's getting up, he's thinking of Narayana. But that's it. After that, he gets ready, has a bath, goes to his field, starts working. Narayana is nowhere in his consciousness only. Arey, one, okay, one, only one. And then comes back for lunch. Before having food, Narayana, two. Bah, finally two came. Maybe now the slog overs. From now it will repeat many times. But no, again nothing. Till he goes to bed. Before going to bed, once more Narayana, three. The number of times he has thought of Narayana, I can count on one hand. Okay. He goes back to Narada. He goes back to Narayana. Says, Lord, I saw your great devotee. Your greatest devotee I saw, and I think I'm at least 3.5 crore times better than him. Because that many times more I think of you, Lord. What morning is thinking, this is definitely a joke you're playing on me now. Narayana laughs and says, yes, Narada, I played a joke on you. Who else is there other than you for me? I knew, my Lord. I knew that, but it feels nice to listen from you. He says, Narada, there's one little task. Nobody has done that for me. You are my most beloved. You are my greatest devotee. Can you do that for me? What, oh Lord? See, every day you go around the three worlds. Today when you go, this pot full of oil is there. Can you take it around with you? Definitely, O Lord. But one condition this is there. Not a drop of that oil should spill from that pot. It's still the brim. Even if one drop spills, no, your neck will get chopped off. I'll do it, O Lord. Anything for you. I'll live for you. I'll die for you. What is it? So Narada carries it. He has to balance. Luckily, he floats in the air. Otherwise, when you walk, that bumps will come. So Narada floats. But even then, he has to gauge the wind pressure, the atmospheric pressure, the velocity, also nothing falls. At the end of the day, he lands back to Narayana and says, Narayana, here's your oil. You can count the drops. Every drop is accounted for. Narayana says, lovely, Narada. How many times you took my name, Narada? Lord, I was doing your work. Why your naam when I'm doing your kaam? I'm doing this for you only. So focused I am to ensure that oil doesn't spill. I didn't think of you even once. Narada, that farmer is also focused on me like that. Yet he remembers thrice at least. Dil mein Ram, haath mein kaam. When there's no kaam in the heart, you can have 24 hours naam. But that is the thing. That is why Swami says work is worship, duty is God. It's not as if full-time devotion means 24 hours thinking of him. Because for Swami, always quality matters, not quantity. Swami would often say 1 teaspoon of cow milk is better than a barrel full of donkey's milk. Swami would also say how, people in order to do koti japa, laksha japa, sahasra japa, all these japas, they do first day, second day, after that no time. So they buy off this equipment you get in the shop, in Parthi all that's available. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam. It keeps going on. In fact, in Sai Blossom store, one of the most highly sold product, 108 Sai Gayatri, that is plated near the Samadhi, near the Sai Sannidhi. Om Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe Satya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. This one, repeat, loop. We'll play at home also. Swami says, you do that, that tape recorder will get moksha. That CD player will get moksha. You will not get. But that's how it is. We are interested in quantity. I keep a japamala because I want to offer. I don't know. Personally, I wonder, why do I need a japamala? If I want to do japa, just chant. No, I want to keep a count. I did 108 today. It's like some, end of the day, matching the sales figures and giving to God, and it doesn't matter. If I did 90 also, God is happy. If I did 120 also, it's fine. As long as it's done with the feeling. I don't know why we have to keep count. I don't know. If it helps me, if it helps to focus and concentrate, that's a different thing. Because focus and concentration is a quality aspect. But if it's for counting, nowadays there's a modern counter, You can clip it with Velcro to your finger and keep pressing the button every time. Digital counting, it'll do tick, 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 it'll move. And all these, I don't know. I don't know anyway. So, but God is not interested in the quantity. He wants only quality. And that is why when Bhagia sir told Swami with This much time in a day we spend thinking about you, and you're calling it part-time devotion. Swami, how will we ever have time for full-time devotion? Swami said, no, full-time devotion is very easy. And when Swami tells, it will sound also easy only. He's a great marketer. He can sell a refrigerator to an Eskimo. But later on, as we start seeing, it looks, okay. Emi kadu, simple. Inta cheste chalu, Swami will tell her. It will also look, Swami, yes, so simple spirituality is. Theoretically, it is simple. Practical will come difficult. In fact, Swami had told, my student need not do any sadhana. Just follow hostel schedule, it's enough. My God, I've stayed 7 years in the hostel. I don't know if there may be 4 or 5 days when I've perfectly followed the hostel schedule. It's not easy. Great discipline is needed. But it looks very simple. Don't do any sadhana, nothing. Just follow one schedule, that's all. That's how many modern weight loss diets are also like that only. Don't worry, you can eat as much as you want. Easy diet. I tried recently, that's why I'm telling. Marketing is very easy. They'll tell, you are allowed today. You can eat up to 6 kilos of fruits. Great, I thought superb, yaar. 6 kilos I can eat. I don't eat 2 kilos also per day. But you're allowing me 6 kilos. Only condition is fruits. And one more condition. What is that? No banana, no papaya, no mango. Means all these filling kind of fruits. The watermelon and all, no, they're just water here. That's why it's called watermelon. Grape, you eat all these. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I was a tortured soul. Anybody will think I'm a glutton because I've had 5 kilos of fruits. But I'm so hungry. Like I'm telling my mother, can I eat one pickle? One pickle. I want that drop of oil to feel that. It's all marketed very easily, but it's a struggle. And day 2 of diet. What is the day 2? Vegetables. Raw vegetables or boiled vegetables. 6 kilos you can eat, but nothing else. My God, at the end of day 2, you're yearning for 2 grains of rice, 1 piece of chapati, bread. These are all no starch, no carbohydrates only. So in that sense, all these things are marketed easily. So Swami also said, full-time devotion is very easy. You don't have to spend any time at all. So though it was marketing, but it is the truth because Swami is saying that. And if we wish to achieve full-time devotion and become full-time devotees, that is what we have to do. What is it that Swami said? Swami said full-time devotion means a person has equanimity. That's all. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayau. Whether it is joy or sorrow, whether it is profit or loss, whether it is victory or defeat, you're equanimous. You're calm and tranquil. That much you do, you're a full-time devotee. It's done. All benefits will come. You will get salary, you will get dearness allowance, you will get future pension also. That's all. Nothing else. Need not do bhajan, need not do seva, need not do anything. That is what Swami said is the definition of full-time devotion. Anything else is only part-time devotion, Swami said. Anything else. If you don't have equanimity, it is part-time devotion. Full-time devotion is equanimity. That is the measurement of full-time devotion, equanimity. In fact, now if we look back and think, whether it is seva, whether it is bhajan, whatever we do as sadhana, meditation, it's all meant to inculcate this equanimity in us. That we don't get elated and excited with success and victory, become proud, irritated with defeat or loss and lose hope. Can I keep calm? That is the thing, I saw some modern quotations that says that, our heartbeat has to go up and down. If it is in middle, it means you're dead. So ups and down, that is the nature of life, up and down. But I can keep my calm. Because that's what Swami says is the nature of a true devotee. That is what is full-time devotion. And this is what, has been the goal of our culture, our Sanskriti, our Sanatana Dharma, of all the different practices different kinds of rituals, customs, everything, the ultimate goal is to develop this equanimity. Yoga, this samatvam yoga muchyate. That is one definition of yoga. Samatvam, equal-mindedness. Recently we had this festival of Ugadi, which is supposed to be a new year. This Ugadi, I have been celebrating ever since I was a child, ever since I was a kid. Because it's a Karnataka festival also, and I'm a Kannadika by birth. So, everything is wonderful about Ugadi, except for the start. Starting of the day, after you have your bath, you're supposed to eat a mixture of jaggery and neem paste. I used to dread that, My dad will call me, make a ball out of that, and he'll open your mouth, eat. Oh my God, I will give me the jaggery, I'll eat the jaggery. Why the neem? No, you have to eat neem. What? Why? What sort is that, Like when I'm eating sambar rice, I take out all the leaves, kadi patta, and keep it aside and eat. Like that only I want to take out all the neem and eat the jaggery. No, you are supposed to eat. This is tradition. That is what I was told. This is tradition. You're supposed to eat. Bevu bella. And you eat it like that. Then my father said, hey, don't make your face like that. Why? No. You can't. If you do like that, then that effect is gone. You have to eat again. Oh God. That is a threat actually, You have to keep in mouth that bitter sweet and like that. You can't smile anyway. You're not allowed to frown also, because if you frown, one more ball will get into your mouth. And this was what was the beginning of Ugadi day. After that, quickly drink water, and then there's nice feast. Everything is nice about Ugadi. Just the starting. And then I came to Andhra. Andhra has got Ugadi Pachadi, which takes it to the next level. Because it's not just neem and jaggery. They will add sour also. They will add mango slices. They will add everything. They add salt also into that. Sweet, sour, salt, spicy, astringent, all 6 tastes are added into that. Means, you like salt separately, you like sugar separately. They all mix in the stomach, but you can't mix all of them and eat. So it is a different thing, but same condition. When you eat it, you have to have a calm face like that. But it's only after attending an Ugadi in Bhagawan's presence that personally I got to know the meaning of this. Swami said, the significance of Ugadi Pachadi is, every time, there will be a Panchanga Shravanam where they'll read out what the future holds. This is going to happen, that will happen, this happen, that happen, that happen. The Swami would say, why you want to know the future? Suppose it is bad, you will start feeling that bad from now on itself. You will suffer these days also. Suppose it is good, let it be a pleasant surprise. Why you want to know now? So either way, you need not know the future. But we are always interested in the future. In fact, we are interested only in the future and the past. We rarely live in the present. Even as I'm finishing breakfast, I ask, Dad, what's for lunch? Just you finish lunch, breakfast. What you're asking lunch? Either I'm in the past or in the future. And that's the reason why I get worried and scared. Because there's nothing I can do about the past or future. Because I'm in the present. I'm in the present, but I try to do things for the future and the past. How can I? If I focus on the present, the future will take care of itself. Swami would say, past is history, future is mystery, present is a gift. That's why it's called present. Swami will tell it's not ordinary present, it's omnipresent. Don't forget, live with that awareness that God is with you. And so Swami would say, when the new year begins, though they will tell the future year, it will be good for this Rashi, it will be bad for that star, this star will make money, this star, overall, somebody will make, somebody will lose. If somebody has to make money, somebody has to lose money. That's how it is. Somebody gains, somebody loses. It all keeps going up and down. Swami would say, don't worry about all that. Think of the Lord, because if you have God's anugraha, the Navagraha can't touch you. And to get God's anugraha, what you need? Swami would say, you have to eat pachadi with a smile on your face. How does that grace? Swami said, there's a meaning, it's a metaphor. Life will give me bitter things, sweet things, sour things, salty things, spicy things. But I will accept it as Lord's prasad. When we go to a temple and take prasad, we don't comment on who made today's prasad, that this was little less in that was little. No, whatever is given, we put in the mouth. Because it's coming from the Lord. And Swami said on Ugadi day, you take a vow that whatever life gives you, you will take it as God's prasadam. Whatever it is. No, of course, the way humans we are, here prasadam very nice. Nice laddu, ghee is filled. This prasadam vada, okay, it's okay. We may do that, but that's not what is expected. Prasadam is whatever the Lord gives, we are happy to receive. Be it a small sugar candy, be it one ghee filled laddu. Because as students we would tell, hey, what's prasadam mandir today? Motichur laddu. Hey, take one for me also. And clay burfi we used to call. I don't know. Basically, you call it clay burfi because you don't like it. It's also color of clay only. One burfi you will get. A clay burfi means, one prasadam enough for the whole room. We'll all share. Motichur means take one extra. That is the sad state of affair, that even in prasadam we have made it all. Prasadam we are supposed to accept it and eat as prasadam. Swami would say that is how you have to take everything. In fact, I remember beautiful episode, 2004 Ugadi. We got an opportunity to put up a program in front of Swami. That was the first ever time, we were getting a chance to put up a program, and after that for 2-3 years, every festival in Swami's presence, some class or the other, some campus or the other got an opportunity to put up a program in Swami's presence. In fact, today when we look back at that is what led to all these programs by different states and countries in Swami's presence. And that is what led to a mass kind of interview, where Swami would interact with so many people after those programs. That was the beginning. So March 2004 Ugadi program was one of the first such programs put up by the students, and I was lucky to be part of that. So what we had done was we had researched through all of Swami's discourses in the previous years, and we had picked material from that discourses only. And we were presenting it in Bhagawan's presence. So that is when we read up this concept of Ugadi Pachadi. So we thought, okay, nice. And now in order to make the presentation, in Swami's presence, we thought how we will do it is, we will be discussing, so first there will be that Panchanga Shravanam, where they will read out this year, this will happen good, that is bad, and all that, they will read out. But after that, we'll come to this topic of, if God's Anugraha is there, what can Navagraha do? And at that time, somebody says, a tradition is we should have Ugadi Pachadi. So, one person dressed as a priest will get a bowl of Ugadi Pachadi and give each one of us. And we'll eat, and one of us will tell, oh, yeah, wow, how horrible it is. Then other will tell, no, don't tell like that. And he'll give that gyan about how you're supposed to receive it and all that, equanimity and all that, sukha dukhe samikrit, all that. This is how we had planned it. So that day what happened is, this boy dressed as a priest, whatever, he got up. Because it's in Swami's presence, we had got one silver bowl and silver spoon and all that. And he got up to come. And Swami looked and asked, what is it? Swami asked. So this boy, nice chance, he ran up the stage, he showed it to Swami and said, Swami, this is Ugadi Pachadi. So Swami took the spoon, lifted that like that. 2 times he dropped that Pachadi. We were feeling thrilled, Wow, Swami is touching the spoon there. And then Swami put back the spoon, he waved his hand, created vibhuti and put it into that Pachadi. Told the boy, mix it. The boy mixed it, came straight to us and started giving. We were like thrilled, And we had to change the dialogue. Because now I can't eat and tell, what is this? I can't tell that, I ate that pachadi and I was supposed to give that dialogue. So I ate that pachadi and I said, how blessed is this pachadi? How wonderful is this pachadi? And the other guy looking at me because that's not the cue for him. But he was also smart enough and he said, you are appreciating it because God's grace is there. But people often feel that it is, and he went off like that. Now, today, looking back at that, I feel, that is how it is. Because that is the truth. Swami says, whether you realize it or not, along with the salt and the sour and the bitter and the sweet and the spice and the astringent, there is the vibhuti of my grace. If you know that, you will never tell how horrible it is. You will always accept it and tell, wow, I was able to do that. We were able to do that because we saw that in front of our eyes. But that is how it is. I felt that was such a practical demonstration of theory. You have practiced over and over again to make a face and tell, oh, how terrible it is. In spite of that, the moment you know God's grace is there in that, you changed it. You said, wow. You couldn't even say, it's not that I'm not able to say, it's just that I'm really feeling so blessed. I never expected that grace. It was so sudden, so spontaneous, so beautiful. Swami's vibhuti is there in that. Now put 10 chilies in it, I'll still drink because I want that vibhuti. Doesn't matter. Now what a beautiful, see on that Ugadi, you got that practical example. That is what Swami does and he continues to do. For those who are not present and who missed, this Ugadi also that happened, This Ugadi also Swami's presence like that in Sai Kulwant Hall. What happened? The discourse began, Swami's discourse. There were subtitles of the discourse because sometimes Swami doesn't give enough time for the translator to speak. So people may not be able to catch. Those who don't know Telugu will not understand. So we have decided from Radio Sai that every discourse will have subtitles. So audio discourse, subtitles are going on. Suddenly audio goes off. Mute. Whole Kulwant Hall is mute. The clips are going on in the video. God knows what happened. Actually what happened is, whenever there's a program in the Kulwant Hall, they run the entire thing on a generator. Because they don't want a power cut. And then again when it's power cut, there'll be 10 seconds of gap and everything. So before the program begins, they will shift over to generator. So those people had been told that today morning program is there. And usually any morning program begins at around 9 o'clock. Because there'll be Veda chanting and other things and 9 o'clock program begins. So he in his mind is thinking that at 9 o'clock I will shift over to generator. But that day program had begun early and at 9 o'clock Swami's discourse had begun. And his dear brother did a shift over. This generator guy. He did a shift over. The Radio Sai video units have got backup UPS. So the video went on the screen, but the audio system which is connected to the power went silent. And that's it, Surely some heads are going to roll after this. But it is all Swami's blessing because, once again when it was restarted and the discourse began, within few minutes the words come. Swami says, people think that sound is coming from the speaker, from the mic. But if there is no power, no sound will come, Swami said. And I had goosebumps. It was almost like Swami is giving practical example of the theory that he is speaking. You are thinking that from the speaker sound is coming. And then Swami said, whether the ears are hearing or the eyes are seeing, it is the Atmic current that activates everything. That is what Swami said in the Ugadi discourse this year. That was what happened. So, physically I may not be able to see him, but he can see us. He's there. He's doing things in his own way. Even a mistake is his master plan. An accident is his master plan. A victory is his master plan. A defeat is his master plan. And when I know that, whether it's victory or defeat, I'll take it with joy because it is Swami's master plan. Just like whether there is spice or sourness or salt in that, I took it happily because it is Bhagawan's vibhuti. In the same way, whether it is a victory or a defeat, whether it is sorrow or joy, whether it is profit or loss, I will take it with a feeling of gratitude and blessing because it is coming from Swami. It is Swami's master plan. To believe it as anything else means lack of faith. If I feel that, Swami also could not stop this from happening, it means there is something in the universe stronger than Swami. I don't have faith that Swami is God because there's something that's stronger than him. Swami wanted this to happen, but that thing came and smashed Swami and then it happened. So if I feel something bad, in quotes, bad has happened, that means I don't have faith that Swami is God. Or the other option is, Swami is very powerful, but he doesn't love me. He loves to mess around with me. So he doesn't mind if I'm feeling sorrow also. No, he loves me the most. If he loves me the most, and he is the most powerful, then what I am thinking in quotes as bad is something good only. I don't understand it now, that's all. I'll just conclude with one of my latest favorite analogies of taking my daughter for the vaccination. When she was a 3-month baby, the vaccination would make her cry for 15 seconds. That is for 5 seconds before the injection. 5 seconds during the injection, 10 seconds after the injection. But now, for every vaccination I take her, she cries for almost 5 to 6 minutes. 1 minute as she sees the doctor's shop, 2 minutes when she sees the doctor. And the doctor also so menacing. He can secretly get the syringe, right? He will take it like that and he'll pop it and, in the full vision there, she'll get scared and she'll start howling during the injection and for 3 to 4 minutes after the injection. Now, I used to think it is not logical, as a baby, she will be less strong. She won't have that much strength. Now she's much stronger. At 2.5 years, she's stronger, so she should cry less. But now she's crying, it's not because of physical pain. It's because of the emotional trauma. Her hurt is because, Dad, Mom, I trusted you. I held on to you. But you went and submitted me to the Rakshasa. You let me down. How could you do this, Mom? How could you do this, Dad? That is her feeling. That is her pain. Not that prick. She's feeling cheated. Now, what do I tell my daughter? I don't know. I'll just tell my daughter, don't cry. Don't cry now. Now it looks like I'm very cruel, that I don't care for you. But when you grow up, become like me, you will thank me for this. Mark my words. And I feel God also will be thinking the same. When we cry out and tell Lord what you did, why did you do this to me? The Lord will be answering us in the same way. Telling my child, you don't understand. Grow up, become like me. You will be grateful for what I did because you will know that this is for your good. My love for you is such that even if you think that you are being hurt, it will not stop me. Worldly love is like that. Worldly love does things to keep our body and mind happy. Divine love is ready to sacrifice the body and mind at the altar of the soul. Because divine love is it's only concerned with the soul, progress of soul. Soul progress is soul progress. SOUL progress is SOLE progress. No other progress is worthwhile in the world, in the universe. And if we have conviction in that, then we'll automatically be equanimous. Sukha dukkhe, whether whatever happens, happy or sad, joy or sorrow, profit or loss, I'll be equanimous. And by being equanimous, I'll become a full-time devotee. It doesn't require time and energy, as Swami said, but it definitely requires a lot of practice, deep conviction. And if we get that, we become full-time devotees with a regular salary benefit, dearness allowance to God, and pension benefit in future lifetimes to come. I would like to conclude by praying to Swami to give us the motivation and strength to hold on and become full-time devotees. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.